Morning, folks. So today I'm talking to you from my weekly commute, daily commute, twice daily commute sometimes. Anyway, I'm on campus, headed to my office. This is also sort of the neighborhood that I've lived in most of my life, and that's what prompted me to think about telling you today about this idea that mobile learning might have something to do with place-based learning, with things that people will sometimes call geolocation games, geoplay. AR is an area where I did a lot of work, and it's what we called what we were doing. But for me, ultimately, the whole point of all of this stuff is to get a chance to think a little bit more closely about the actual places that we work and learn and live in, and seeing that as a part of what it means to engage in learning, to design learning, to create learning, and that's also one of the things we might hope to learn about. My chosen field in school, math, is maybe the most place agnostic of all the disciplines, the idea being that it would be the same no matter where you were doing it, no matter what country, no matter what language. And so certainly, this sort of ethos of M-learning and e-learning, that you could be at the coffee shop or in your pajamas or walking down the street or in a classroom, is no different, feels very at home there. And I would suggest that that's a mistake, even in that discipline. Even when it's sort of wrapped into the ethos of the material itself, we're still missing a lot when we're not paying attention to place. And in my adopted area of, applied linguistics, educational linguistics, whatever you want to call it, when you are trying to learn a new language, the opposite should be, of course, true. But the way that school works, that's not often the case. We learn Spanish the same way here as we do in Iowa or Ohio or Alaska, in a classroom with a book, with a teacher, in the modes of the classroom. Or rather, I should say, we don't learn it that way. We don't learn it that way. That's the problem. We teach it that way. We take it as a school subject that way. But when it comes to actually using a language in life, that classroom aspect is such a small part of what it means to become competent, to become practiced, to become fluent. And so my interest in a lot of this mobile stuff is along the same lines of you might want to do with language, is getting out into the world, learning from the world, learning in the world, being a part of the world in the name of learning. So that's what this whole unit is about. I spent a whole lot of time here. It's the most exciting one for me. And so I hope this is something that can get you going too. And maybe I'll report to you from some more interesting places soon.